Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday night. It was a dry part of the evening, but things have starting to quiet down. We had some rain earlier this morning, a few storms. As a matter of fact, here are some of the rain totals from San Antonio, from around the region, from around the metro, and so on and so forth. But again, so after about 10 a.m. this morning, a lot of the rain moved out, and it was mostly east of San Antonio by lunchtime. And things have been quiet ever since. It's been cloudy. As a matter of fact, just went outside and it was pretty clear.
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
You're like loud, so I don't know if you turn
turn it down a little bit? Yeah. We'll turn it down a little bit. Actually, I think I know what to do. All right. Just double checking the audio issues, guys. But again, so from this morning, 2 to 2.5 inches of rain around the area. Kerrville upwards to 3. Stinson International, Stinson Airport, 2.25. Sounds good. All right. Thank you, Teresa. Pleasanton picked up 2.5. So if you have any photos or videos from the rain from earlier this morning, the storms overnight, feel free to send them in. It always helps when that content is sent to our newsroom and sent to me especially because it helps kind of surveying and just assessing any of the rain and storms that moved in overnight. And some areas. For example, I had some friends and family that sent me in photos from their rain gauges, and I know areas around Stone Oak picked up to near 3 to 4 inches of rain today. So depending on where you're at, the rain estimates, the rain totals did vary, but here are some of the official totals across the area from San Antonio to New Braunfels to Stinson and to Pleasanton. That's from earlier this morning, from pretty much late last night to this morning. Now the radar, it is pretty quiet. You can notice, around San Antonio, it is, pretty dry. Zooming into the hill country, we saw a few showers from earlier this evening, but have since fallen apart. This is what you're seeing in Uvalde. This is actually not rain. This is likely a bat cave in northern Uvalde County, north of Sabinal, north of Highway 90. Typically, in the late evening hours, 5, 6, 7, and especially like 7 to 8 o'clock, the bats, these birds will start to emerge from their caves, from their area, and that's what we typically see. And as a matter of fact, this happens a lot near the caves in the northeastern side of town, the Natural Bridge Caverns, right around Timberwood Park and between there and I-35. Where the Natural Bridge Caverns are, that's where typically sometimes these bats emerge out of caves. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that later tonight. But anyway, rain is in short supply. There are a few showers and storms out near Houston, so heads up for East Texas. If you have any friends or family over there, it's not a lot, but there are storms out there producing some lightning and some heavy downpours east of San Antonio. And with that being said, some heavier downpours out in the Gulf of Mexico, but otherwise, pretty quiet out there this evening in San Antonio. I mean, we stay dry, pretty much clear all night. Zooming in, it is dry, and look at that. That is awesome. Can I show that full screen? That is a beautiful sunset. Can I just rewind that back? Oh, yeah. That is sunset on this Saturday night. The official sunset time, probably about 8:15 to 8:20, so you can see it's still kind of starting to set on the horizon, still above the horizon, I mean. But anyway, beautiful sunset. Send in your photos if you have any, because that is awesome. We'll feature that up for the 10 o'clock newscast tonight. And what makes it so vibrant are those mid to high level clouds, what we call cirrus clouds. They're just ice crystals like 30,000 feet in the atmosphere. And now in those crystals, those upper level clouds help kind of scatter the light and give it that more vibrant reddish orange color. That's a really beautiful sunset. Let me see if I have any other shots, because that's, this is near Calaveras Lake. Let me bring up that again. So that's Calaveras Lake, and I can't turn that camera from this particular computer. This is Morgan's Wonderland Camp. This is downtown San Antonio, kind of looking away from the sunset. Here's the airport camp. Hey, that looks pretty nice. So again, I sent you photos of course, the rain from this morning, the heavy downpour. We saw a good amount of, photos and videos from the lightning from earlier this morning. It was really cool. But now things have quieted down, and I'm going to end off right here. At least not end off, but just wrap it up on this graphic right here. Beautiful sunset out there this evening. Photos of sunsets always do well, so send those in if you can to my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Tonight's forecast, lower 70s, upper 60s, dry. There may be a sprinkle elsewhere, but otherwise pretty quiet. So back to the main event. These are some of the rain average 1 to 3 inches of rain, but you can notice that pocket right there east of Eagle Pass where the thunderstorm just got really heavy and, really near severe. Radar is estimating 9 inches of rain in that one pocket between Maverick County, Zavala County, near Asherton and Crystal City. Towards the hill country, if you're watching from Kerrville, Fredericksburg, Lakey, anywhere towards Bernie, on average 1 to 3 inches of rain as well. There were some spots near Kerrville that got up to 3 to 5 inches of rain in a short amount of time between last night and this morning. And in Blanco County, Johnson City, Bulverde area, 2 to 3 inches of rain. Around the Bexar County, San Antonio Metro, Helotes, about 2.5. Remember, these are estimates. 1.5 out near Somerset, near Von Ormy and east of I-37, 1.75 inches. Seguin, about the same. 2 inches out near Medina Lake. That's fantastic. Even though it's not exactly what we need, it does help. Every drop helps, especially with the drought and the lack of rainfall over the last week and last year as well. Outside right now, you can see on the right two cameras a beautiful sunset. Left two cameras, not so much. It's kind of facing towards the sunrise direction, towards the west. But notice the airport in Calaveras Lake, kind of on that western sky side. And I think Morgan's Wonderland Camp and Skycam more towards the east. Calaveras Lake, the airport, more towards the west as the sun sets in the west on this Saturday night. Right now it's 73. Feels like 73. It feels great outside. It feels really nice, as a matter of fact. I already have this forecast. But anyway, lower 70s this evening. Aside from a sprinkle, we'll all stay dry, mostly quiet. We're not expecting any storms in the forecast for tonight. Let me walk you through hour by hour. So this is tonight, partly cloudy, more clouds moving in. By tomorrow morning, I would say between maybe about 8 a.m. to about 10 a.m., there will be a few showers around. Isolated stuff, nothing like what we saw last night. But I would say most will be dry tomorrow morning, but there will be a couple of pockets of light to moderate rain. And I do think by and large San Antonio stays dry tomorrow, but notice between tomorrow morning and tomorrow night, there will be pockets of rain around. Whether that's near Eagle Pass, I-35, Carrizo Springs to Gonzales to LaGrange to San Antonio. This is just a forecast model, so don't pay too close attention where it exactly puts each shower and each storm. It just shows you it will be somewhat active tomorrow, more so scattered to spotty coverage of rain and storms, where most of us will stay dry, but there will be rain around. So in the 7-day forecast, you'll see by late tomorrow, there'll be about a 30% chance at some isolated scattered showers, but otherwise it's pretty quiet overnight and tomorrow morning into early Monday morning, mostly cloudy with more rain starting to move in. So I do think Monday will be a little bit more active than tomorrow, but it's kind of the pattern we're in, right? It's just very active periods of dry weather, just like how we saw today. This morning was wet, but the rest of the day was dry. Expect that pattern to continue for at least the next 2 to 3 days in San Antonio. Tomorrow's forecast up to about 77 to maybe 78, mostly cloudy and mostly dry. As you saw in that forecast model, most of us will stay dry, but there will be a couple of showers and storms around that could definitely move towards San Antonio. While it's not possible, while it's not probable, it is possible. That's what I was trying to say. And let me show you why. Because there's a deepening low pressure system out west, and what that does, it just continues to funnel in so much moisture at the mid to high levels, and basically sets up the stage in these weak upper level disturbances to at least touch off chances for rain. So this is the rain forecast, total forecast between now and Sunday night. It's saying on this one forecast model, a tenth to a quarter to maybe 3/10 of an inch of rainfall in San Antonio. Again, on that last forecast model you saw, it was few and far between. There wasn't a ton of activity forming tomorrow. So while I'll say most of tomorrow remains dry, there will be a couple of isolated showers and storms. And if one moves into San Antonio, it could drop upwards of a quarter of an inch of rainfall in a short amount of time. So, and you can see some of these downpours will be a lot more abundant out east or farther north. I mean, tomorrow's forecast through about Monday night for Austin to LaGrange to Victoria, 1 to 4 inches of rain, but that's not necessarily for San Antonio. So it just shows you how active it's going to be. You can see as I put this in motion for tomorrow night into Monday morning, just kind of waves of rain moving through. Monday night into Tuesday, similar pattern. It's not going to be all day rain in the next several days. It'll just be kind of bursts and waves of rain each afternoon going forward. So that's the forecast model, and between now and probably Friday, with just rounds of rain here and there, that could amount to about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain in San Antonio, but could easily get up to 3 to 4 in some of these pockets, especially south and east of San Antonio. So that's the rainfall forecast between now and probably next Friday and next Saturday. I will say by about Thursday and Friday, the rain coverage, this pattern starts to break down a little bit. We'll still have just slim chances for rain next weekend, but the bulk of this rain that falls on this particular map you're looking at likely going to occur between now and about Wednesday. As you saw tomorrow, kind of scattered coverage, mostly cloudy tomorrow, highs in the 70s. Monday, probably about a 60% coverage on scattered to numerous showers and a few thunderstorms for Monday. But again, this particular map you're looking at, 1 to 3 to 4 inches of rain in the forecast is basically between now and likely about Thursday, with rain chances really trending down by Friday and this weekend. This next upcoming weekend, I should say, next weekend. But again, if you're heading out tonight, it is quiet on radar. Tomorrow's forecast is going to be fairly dry and mild in regarding the temperature. You'll see as I do this and right there. Tomorrow will be at about 80, mostly 70s all day long. We may even struggle to get out of the 70s, lower 70s, I guess. But mostly cloudy, some isolated showers and storms, only running at a 30% chance, 79 on Monday, and a better chance for scattered showers and scattered storms. So I'd say Monday morning may start off a little damp, so get ready for that. That's May 15th. We're almost halfway through the month. 81 on Tuesday, kind of a 40% scattering of rain Tuesday and Wednesday. And notice Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, things start to improve. The sun will come out just kind of how it did, this evening. It's mostly clear out there right now, as we saw on sunset. But temperatures will be near 90 by Friday and this time next weekend. So lots of changes happening. And remember, May is usually the wettest month of the year. So this is par for the course. This typically happens. We usually get waves of rain. And so far, our month-to-date rainfall, which a bulk of it happened this morning, is up to about 2 1/4 in San Antonio. And our typical average, May rainfall amount is around 4 to 5 inches of rain. So we're about halfway there for the monthly May average for rainfall. But notice between now and Wednesday, additional chances for rain, showers, and storms. And again, as you saw in that forecast rainfall graphic, between now and Wednesday, likely the best chances for rain and storms. It's not going to be widespread. It's not going to be all-day rain, but that could certainly amount to an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain in San Antonio, and some pockets, some isolated areas, up to about 4 inches of rain between now and the middle of next week. But again, rain chances trend down by the end of next week, and high temperatures trend up. Rain goes down and heat goes up, and near 90 by Friday and near 90 by Saturday. Again, tonight, mostly dry, guys. Don't have to worry about anything. Tomorrow morning, probably quiet, maybe a straight isolated shower tomorrow morning.